Hello friends, it's Olivia. Welcome to or back to my channel. I'm kind of horrible at this whole posting on a schedule thing. I apologize. I know it's been 3 weeks, but hey. Today's video is going to be this kind of glowy summer inspired makeup look. So if you want to see how I did this, then keep on watching. So I did me a little makeup research going into this glowy makeup video because I really wanted to do it right, because I'm not typically the kind of person that one, wears glowy makeup, but two, also I've noticed as I'm getting older I'm starting to wear less and less makeup during the summer. But I want to change that. I want to try to find a summer routine makeup look that I can enjoy wearing while I'm still sweating my ass off, you know? So with that being said, through my thorough research of a proper glowy makeup look, the number one thing I found across people's pages for what sets their makeup good to be able to wear it and hold up during the heat is skin prep. Skin prep is where we are going to start today. So, with the tone being that skin prep is the most important thing when it comes to summer makeup, we want to make our skin look good on its own before we add stuff on top of it. We want the makeup to do less and our skin to do more. So the products I selected today to help me achieve that glowy skin look before I even put on makeup are these. I'm going to be going in with my Sonage Luminous Vitamin Rich Cream, my Glow Up Soothing Serum with strawberries, and then obviously since it's summertime we need some SPF, so now I'm also going to be going in with my Sun Shield Ultra Beauty Setting Mist. I'm not quite sure what the proper layerage of this is, so I'm just going to do what I feel like is right. So first I'm going to go in with my Glow Up Strawberry Serum. I'm going to do about 2 pumps of that and put that all over the face. Alright, I'm going to kind of press that into my skin just a little bit. I've noticed that this spray kind of leaves a little bit of a greasy feeling, so I'm going to put this on next, so then that way when I put on the super thick moisturizing cream, it'll kind of cancel out that oily feeling. So next is this. And I'm just going to shake it up and then just do a few sprays. And I would just like to say that we are already achieving that kind of natural glowiness to our skin, so we're already off to a very good start. I'm going to let the sunscreen kind of dry on my face before I go to rub it in and put more cream on, so I'm going to sit here for probably about like 5 minutes. Alright, it's been a few minutes. I feel as if that sunscreen is more set into my skin now. So now we're going to go into my Sonage Vitamin Rich Cream, which I love this stuff. I got this in my most recent Ipsy box. Look at how nice and like thick of a cream that is. And it smells so nice too. It has like a slight orange scent. I've just been using the cream off the lid. I haven't even really actually touched into the container yet. A little goes a long way with this stuff. And this definitely gives a very nice glow to the skin. So that's why this was the selected moisturizer for today. Alright, and now this is our last step of skincare, and I'm just going to go ahead and rub this all in. Alright, so moving on from skincare and now shifting into our more makeup part of the video. Like I said, during the summertime, less is more. I recommend for the summertime, if you're going to be out and about sweating and whatnot, I think a serum foundation is a good way to go. Serum foundations usually are known for being lighter coverage anyways, and 9 times out of 10 a serum foundation is probably going to be more acne friendly. I am probably going to cater this video a little more towards being acne friendly due to the fact that I am a person that struggles with acne. If you can't tell, I have a lot of scarring. I have some saying hello right now. But so trying to still be able to wear makeup during the summer is hard when so many things will just clog your pores and cause more acne, and that's literally kind of redundant why you're wearing the makeup in the first place. But anyways, serum foundations, especially water-based ones. The one I'm going to be using today is the Tarte C Hydro Flex Serum Foundation, and let's get her on. And this stuff is very liquidy, so I just put it straight onto my skin. A serum foundation is very good for just adding that little bit of coverage just to kind of brighten up your skin without being like super heavy like the way that a normal foundation would be. And that is perfect and exactly what we want for the summer. We want that coverage, but we don't want the heaviness that comes with a normal full coverage foundation. For concealer, I'm going to keep it rather light. I'm going to go with my Glowy concealer in shade Bad Bottom, and I'm just going to put it in all the normal spots I would put it, but I'm going to do it a little less heavy-handed. So just a little underneath the eyes, a little on the forehead, a little on the chin, and then we're going to put a little on my friends that are popping up and saying hello, just like that. Now I'm just going to lightly blend this out into that serum foundation. Alright, and now with just that skin prep and that little bit of skin makeup we've done, my skin looks literally so nice. I feel so pretty right now. I'm glad I did that little makeup research deep dive, because really, like, the skincare being so important in summer makeup, it really does have a point. But anyways, I have a new product for us to try today. We've done foundation, we've done concealer. Now, obviously, this is where I would usually do my cream blush. However, I'm sure y'all have seen these little bad boys out and about, these little these little e.l.f. Benetint dupes. I don't know if that's what they're officially for, but it's definitely giving Benefit Benetint dupe. I have shade Orange Crush here, and I'm very excited to try it out. Now, this can be used for your lips or your cheeks. Right now, we're just going to use it on our cheeks, but I am going to try to find a way to incorporate this so we can try it out on our lips too. So this can kind of double as a little summer makeup look, summer glowy makeup look, and also a little elf sheer tint review, you know? 1, 2. I'm just going to go ahead and take my beauty blender and just lightly pop that around. Ooh, that's pretty. I picked the orange color because I feel like orange is a really nice shade for the summer because it will almost give that kind of sun-kissed effect. I don't know if I was supposed to put this on top of a full face of makeup or like actually put it on my cheeks, but I have free will, so it's going on top of my makeup. Alright, so this is where we are right now. I do really, really like this shade of blush. I will try this again on just like my bare skin and see if I change my opinion of it. But so far, literally the second that you place it on your skin, you have to blend it out or else it's literally going to leave a stain. Obviously, guys, I know it's a stain. I know it's supposed to do that. Don't be like, you tell me. No, I know, guys. But if you leave it there for like literally any longer than like a second, it's obviously going to leave a stain. So do with that what you will, but you need to blend this out really, really quick. Now, my skin makeup is still wet, so today, a rare use, guys, we're going to be pulling out our ColourPop bronzer stick, and I'm just going to do a light little bit of contouring, if you will, given that this is a nice bronzy summer look. I'm just going to do a little right there, and then just a little bit on my forehead, and then a little on my jaw. Also, I really recommend getting a brush that looks like this. I'm pretty sure I got this in an Ipsy box, and dude, this thing blends creams out like a dream, specifically bronzers, because it has that kind of like curvature to it. Like, look at that. Look how snatched I look. Look. I'm gonna do the same thing up here. Just kind of keep it aligning with the natural bone structure of my face. Gonna do this kind of circular motion. You see that? You see how chiseled I look? When I'm placing this cream contour and blending it out, I can feel like where I have a bone right here. So I'm usually placing it right below that, but when I'm blending it out, I place it below, but I'm blending it up, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that we are here and we look way bronzed than we naturally are, I am now done with all my cream products. We're ready to set the face. And once again, we're catering this towards summer. It's going to be hot as shit outside. You want your makeup to stay in place. So I'm going to be doing me a little baking today. I'm just going to take my pink setting powder from ColourPop, run into a beauty blender, and I'm just going to leave really nice big heaps of powder on all the places I would not want to crease. So I'm going to do it underneath my eye or on my nose, my chin, and then my forehead. Alright, now I'm a firm believer of double powdering or double blushing, as I usually call it, but basically that just means that wherever I put a cream product after I set my face, I'm going to go back over where I put that cream product with a powder product to reinforce what I did before, because sometimes when you set the face you kind of lose a little bit of that color underneath. So first I'm going to do bronzer. I'm going to go back over with my Park Avenue Princess Tarte bronzer and with a fluffy angled brush. Make sure there's no cat hair in it. And I'm just going to lightly tap in that pan, and I'm just going to lightly add a little more powder color to reinforce that cream bronzing that we just did. I'm just going to lightly tap that pan, and just like before, I'm just going to lightly put some powder over where we put that cheek stain. Alright, and then just to help all of that like blend in really good together, I just take the beauty blender that I blended out my foundation with, and I just take it and I just bounce it over everything, just to make the lines of everything less harsh. Now, I really want to channel some Instagram bronze summer baddie with this makeup look today. So for that, I will be pulling out some warm tone shadows, and we're going to be rocking with these little ColourPop Astrology 4-pan palettes. This is the Gemini one, this is the Leo one, and we're gonna see if we're gonna see what fun thing we can create using these colors. I'm thinking something very like a very warm tone brown. I want it to be very like golden and shimmery. Like, I'm thinking for this eyeshadow look, I'm imagining like a Instagram influencer like sunset golden hour photos. So I want to channel that kind of vibe into my eyeshadow today. So let's see if we can do this successfully. So with that being said, first off, I'm going to go into the little Gemini 4-pan. I'm going to go into this one with the Gemini stamp in it, which is called Entangled. I'm going to take a nice big fluffy blending brush. I'm going to lightly tap into that. I'm going to put that into my crease, and then I'm going to blend that up all the way up towards my brow bone. creating a nice, very big, soft fan brush brown lid base. That was a mouthful. Some of what I said was unnecessary. You get the idea. Now I want to deepen this corner up right there. So I'm going to take that same brush and then I'm going to lightly, now in the Leo palette, I'm going to lightly tap into that orange shade and then lightly tap into that dark brown shade. I don't want to make it too brown though, because I do want to eventually do a light eyeshadow wing with this brown shade. So keep that in mind. Keep it a little more on the orange side. But anyways, I'm going to put that right here on the outer third of my lid and I'm just going to lightly blend that in right there. And lightly blend it up into my crease, taking that towards my brow bone, just like we did with that shade Entangled before. Alright, this is where we are. Now, never forget your lower lash line. I'm tapping back into that first shade Entangled from earlier, and I'm just going to lightly blend that on my lower lash line and blend it up towards my lid. Alright, I think our lid is very much giving bronzy summer sunset vibes. I'm living for it. I want to really make my eye look very kind of sultry and so we're gonna do that by doing a little eyeshadow wing with the dark brown. This is my favorite little eyeshadow eyeliner brush. It's just a little rounded. It's kind of relatively thin, but anyways. So what I do is I'm gonna take this kind of flat, rounded, relatively thin brush. I'm gonna tap it into this dark brown with the Leo emblem stamped in it. This one is called Warm Hearted. Aww. Anyways, don't know why I did that. Now I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to start lining my lash line with it. Alright, so this is where we are. I just put the eyeshadow, I lined it on my lash line. And I'm going to take a clean finger and I'm just going to lightly smudge that just to give it a more smokier look. Look at that. Low effort, but it's giving very, very high effort. Alright, now let's get to the actual eyeliner part. So for this part, I'm just going to tap back into that shadow. Just so I have a nice fresh pool of it. I'm going to take the corner of my eye and I'm just going to kind of flick out with it. Flick out. Like that. So now we have a good general shape of it. And now I'm just going to take this. Okay, bear with me. So you see we have this bottom line. Now I'm just going to kind of take it and I'm just going to kind of run it down to my line and run it down to my eye and kind of create a little connection right here. Also, it's okay if this part looks like ass. That's what concealer brushes were invented for. You know what I mean? Alright, look at that. Now, go away, rude. Now, this kind of gold glitter right here has been really calling to me. This is called shade Too Witty. On a clean finger, I'm just going to lightly touch into that glitter because ColourPop glitters are very soft. It does not take a lot of pressure at all. But anyways, alright, now with the glitter that I have on my finger, I'm just going to lightly tap that onto the inner corner of my lid where I've been kind of avoiding putting shadow. And then now that I packed most of the pigment right here, I'm just going to lightly tap with whatever remaining pigment I have on it. I'm just going to lightly bring it all around the lid. But I'm going to keep majority of that glitter right here, if that makes sense. But just like when you do a little moment like that, everything kind of shimmers with the eyelid. Look at that. I think we're kind of giving Instagram baddie, guys. I think we're getting to where I want it to go. I want my eye to be a little more dark and dramatic, so I'm going to go in with a ColourPop brown cream gel liner, and I'm pretty sure this is called Shade Grande. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that into my waterline just to kind of really emphasize the fact that we lined our upper lash in brown to kind of really make the eye look extra dramatic. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, I am where I want to be with this eye before it's time for mascara. I'm going to go film this eye. I'll be right back. We can finish up this look and really feel our inner glowy summer baddie. I'll be back. Okay, here we are. I'm back. Feeling slayer than ever. Let's curl these lashes. I'm going to switch it up today, and for mascara, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Roll-On Lash. See how that mascara really brought together this eye lifting effect I was going for? Perfect! Okay, I'm excited to get mascara on the other eye. Okay, I would just like to say that the eyes are looking fantastic. I very much was able to create that essence I was describing earlier about the Instagram photos. Now, we're getting close to the end. We need highlight, a lot of it, and we need some nice ass glossy lips. Let's do highlight first. I think glossy lips is really going to pull everything together when we go to set the face. So, highlight. I want more golden toned highlight for this look, so I'm going to go with my Tried and True Lunch Money from ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shock shadows. I'm pretty sure this is one of their best sellers too. That's not really that important, but anyways. I'm just going to go with the clean finger, and I'm just going to lightly beat that onto the high points of my face. Tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow. I'm going to lightly tap it on up here towards my eyebrow. Maybe do a little more right here because we're trying to look glowy. Okay, lips. Like I said, I wanted to try her out again. So let's put this on the lips, see what kind of color we get. And I'm thinking based off whatever that happens, we're going to line and put a gloss on top of it. Hopefully this is a pretty shade that goes with the vibe I'm going for. But I'm definitely thinking more, not pink today, if that makes sense. Very wet, okay. Okay, we're back. It dried. It stained almost basically the exact color that it went on. I'm not mad at it. I want to make this a little more nudie though, so we're going to tone. We're going to line in shade Tease from the ColourPop So Juicy liner collection. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I always do and fill in my Cupid's bow and go around the lip. Alright, lips are lined. That puts us here. I'm not mad. I'm kind of enjoying where we're at. I think those two together are very nice. I know I said I didn't want pink, but I can't find my clear gloss. And honestly, I feel like a little glitter never hurt nobody, you know what I mean? So this is shade Sugar Cookie from ColourPop. I'm going to go ahead and add that on top of what we just did to the lips. Alright, so this is the complete summer glowy bronzed Instagram baddie makeup look, if you will. I think we need a little moment in the natural lighting of my window to see if we're really giving glowy for the summertime, and then we can come recoup over here and give a final consensus of today's look, today's video, and I can say bye. Let's get to the window. Let's see what happens. Are we giving Instagram summer glowy baddie? I think we are. I think I'm very happy with how this turned out. Ah! Okay. Yeah. In conclusion, this is today's summer makeup look, summer inspired makeup tutorial, all the other things I've said before. This is today's look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. I'm like kind of super close to 200, so hopefully help me get there. I'm pretty sure that me and my boyfriend have agreed upon for 200, I'm gonna let him do my makeup, and one day when we get to 500, I'm gonna do his makeup. So hopefully we get there. Anyways, as always, I'm Olivia. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you do this makeup look and feel your inner baddest Instagram summer baddie self. That's English. Bye.